Where's your devotion? Where's your devotion? Deep as the ocean.
Hi Libra, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be doing a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So keep in mind that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everyone from front to back. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. You may need to swap roles throughout the reading because I am just reading energy and doing my best to put a story together based on the messages coming through. So I could be talking about you, your person, another individual, or party at any time. Just swap roles as necessary. Do not stretch or overextend yourself to make it fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Do be sure to check your other placements because your messages could be there. I've already cleansed the space, cleansed the decks, pre-shuffled, and meditated on the collective conscious of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So without further ado, Libra, here's your spread. What does Libra need to know? What does Libra need to know? All right, we're going to start with your crystal card, Libra. So you got green aventurine. So this is a very powerful stone. This very powerful stone is known to promote positivity. When held close, this green stone can stimulate creativity and open your mind to a new, fresh outlook on reality. Green aventurine is also a calming stone, stimulating emotional healing. Okay, so Libra, you and your person are in a time of healing, definitely right now. And I was looking at your spread as I was laying it out, and I can't get this on there, hold on. And I kind of got that same feeling. So we're going to get into this and get a little more clarity here. Okay, on your end, I'm going to run through it once rather quickly, and then we'll go back into further detail, okay? All right, so on your end, you've got the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups. So that is about some sort of illusion or fantasy. It could also mean choices. And this is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So you are making the choice right now or thinking about where this is going in this connection. So the Ten of Pentacles is about family usually, but it can also talk about a long-term commitment. And so you are deciding if you are in it for the long haul with this person because of some situation that's happened. We've got the Knave of Wands clarifying them over here. And in their area, in their energy, they've got the Lovers in reverse. So that doesn't necessarily mean this person's falling out of love or anything. It just means disharmony. They could have trust issues or some sort of disconnection. Maybe they've made bad choices recently, but the Knave of Wands or the Page of Wands it's about, fresh ideas. So there's some sort of wanting from this person or yearning to discover something. What I'm getting here is that they want to find the way through with you because they want to find a way to, to appease you. I believe they are trying to find this because you are the one that is deciding whether you want to stay in this or not, based on the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles over here. So in the past, there was the Page of Spheres, the Page of Pentacles. So in the past, you guys manifested each other, definitely. This was something, you guys had goals and, you guys were loyal to each other. Everything was pretty dependable here, and something happened that disrupted that and has now brought you into this. And that happens in every relationship. There's times where you guys have to get through the rough moments together. But something has disrupted this to a point of you having to weigh out your options or your choices. And so let's see, this is clarified by I keep accidentally flipping them, so it's not them trying to flip out. So hold on. The Chariot, yeah. So the Chariot talks about some sort of obstacle, some sort of needing to overcome the obstacle. There was a lack of, there was a lot of ambition here, but there was a lack of focus, and that led to the obstacle, obviously. And now in the present moment, there's the King of Spheres. And so there's a need to bring in security and reliability. And so somebody's actions may not be showing that. And maybe that's why you are in this area of needing to decide. Let's clarify here. The Knave of Pentacles. Again, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So pages are talk about like a immature type energy, or a not fully developed energy. So you've got 3 pages here already just in between you guys. So you guys could be fighting over things that are largely just limited ways of thinking. But what I'm getting here really is that the reliability, the dependable person you used to know, um, you're looking for that back in this connection. And so it's caused you to kind of pull away. In your intuition here, you've got the Queen of Swords. So boundaries are definitely essential. The Queen of Swords also talks about being very constructive, though. So you make sure that you're not completely blocking out a solution, and you're remaining objective. And your intuition's asking you to remain objective, but also take measures to protect yourself and do set boundaries. You know, you don't want to put up emotional walls, though, that push this person away and make it impossible to move forward. And so you got to be really careful there, because sometimes we can let our emotions get in the way and cause us to push people away when we actually want them to come closer. So your intuition's telling you to just be mindful of that and remain objective. Be sure to listen to this person, listen without speaking, make sure you're actively listening. So if you're just thinking of what you're going to say the whole time the person's talking, then you're not actually actively listening. And so, clarified by the Four of Cups, you've got some discontentment here or negative thinking that's blocking your ability to actively listen, to remain objective, and to actually set proper boundaries instead of emotional walls. And so make sure you are handling that, Libra. You want to take accountability for the way you are feeling and understand that once you are able to once you're able to remove the personal, you want to make the message of what happened neutral. So you essentially take out all personal words like I, am, she, we, and just say, so he yelled at me or she yelled at me would become there was a verbal altercation. And then you can view your emotions and say, what meaning did you assign to that? So when there was a verbal altercation, I told myself the story that you didn't care about me and that I was being taken advantage of, and this, that, and the other. And so when you're able to own your emotions and then look at the neutral context of what happened, that is helpful in communicating to your partner and finding the objective way forward that takes both of your needs into account. And so make sure you're not pointing at your partner and saying, you did this, you did this, you did this. And you want to objectively find a solution with them. Your challenge here is the Magician. So make sure your actions are aligning with your intentions. If you have the emotional intention to move closer to this person, but your actions are rebellious in a way that you are pointing at them and blaming them for something without not finding the objective reality here and discussing a way forward with them, because you're letting your anger get the best of you, that could be manifesting something you do not want. So your challenge here is to align your actions with your intentions. Are you behaving in the way that will gain you what your intentions are? Or are you letting your emotions run the show and going to be upset when that gets you into a place that you are not wanting to be in? And so your challenge here is be careful what you are manifesting, because all thoughts will become. So you want to turn your negatives into positives and make sure you are aligning your intentions with your behaviors. This is clarified by the Hermit. Go inward, Libra. Look at yourself. Do the introspective work and fully own your story before you come toward this person. That will help with problem solving. Nobody likes to be pointed at, even if somebody made you feel a certain way. You can still frame it in a way to say, I felt ABC when XYZ happened. And see how that's not saying you made me feel da 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 because you're this, that, and the other. So that's much less critical and much less pointing. And so be careful, your challenge here is to do the inner work and understand that you can create what you want, but you need to align your behaviors with it. And your advice here is the Four of Swords. Take a rest, take a break to have that moment to yourself so you can gather your thoughts and show up in the way that will likely gain you what you're seeking. Because I'm sure you're not seeking to fight. And so if you're feeling nothing but argumentative at this time, which you have every right to feel that way if that's how you're feeling, don't, that doesn't mean you need to do it though. So your advice is to take a break and recuperate and regain your sense of peace and clarity before moving toward this person. The Knave of Swords in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse. So yes, the lack of planning or some sort of haphazard behavior, maybe sarcasm or rude criticism, your advice is to watch that. Take a break when that happens. If the conversation starts to devolve into that area, make sure you just catch yourself and say, you know what, I'm getting angry. I need to step away. I need a moment before we can come back and do this. Okay? So your person, their next move, what they're thinking, how they're feeling, they've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. Your person wants to recover. They've got a lot of shame here in regard to something that has happened. And so they want to recover this with you. They want to heal with you. And they are feeling like you're not letting them show up and actually giving them the opportunity to redeem themselves. That is the message I'm getting here. And the Knight of Cups, look at that. They want to come toward you. They want to rekindle that love with you. So this is charming. This is graceful. This is being romantic. This is courting somebody. They want to change this back to how it used to be with you. And I know sometimes it's really hard to do that. If somebody has betrayed you or made you feel some type of way, they've really angered you, disappointed you, it's very hard to do. But your bias here is the Ace of Cups. Your bias here is something about intimacy, something about your the love shared between the two of you. So you have some sort of bias around what love may be. And maybe that is something you need to understand, that you can't avoid getting hurt. People are going to hurt you. Just because it's love doesn't mean it's always happy-go-lucky. Everything is fine and dandy all the time. So there's some sort of emotional awakening that is needed here to see that it's not always, you can't always stop and smell the roses, and that sometimes it gets a little convoluted and muddied up. And working through the discomfort and working through the disconnection is actually the thing that makes couples the strongest. It is the couples who have good conflict resolution who stay together, and not the other way around. Not the way, it's not, those are definitely supposed to be. Two of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands upright. It's not the couples who never fight. It's the couples who fight healthy, who have healthy fights, who stay together. The couples that never fight, that's actually a red flag. That means somebody's not speaking up, or both of you guys are not speaking up. So healthy fighting, healthy conflict is what keeps a couple together. And so you have a bias here surrounding what love may be to you. The Two of Wands in reverse is saying something about you may be overanalyzing. There's maybe a fear of the unknown. You avoid risks. You don't want to get into this altercation because maybe you think that it shouldn't be happening. But look at the bigger picture. King of Wands. Have a vision. Take control. Be bold and make that move to lean into the discomfort. You've got the World here as your guidance. A cycle can come to an end if you allow it to, but you have to be willing to lean into the discomfort. So there is success here with the World and some sort of a sense of accomplishment, fulfillment. And so this is definitely possible between the two of you, the emotional healing. You, again, have to be open and receptive to it and own your side. Even that includes owning your emotions. You cannot attribute things to other people. You can explain how you felt and then find compromise and negotiate, but you cannot say, you did this, you did this, you did this, because that will never work. And the Fool is in the reverse. So some sort of carelessness or recklessness can block a new beginning and can block the success here if you're not careful. So at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, you've got the Five of Swords in reverse. That's releasing resentment. And then the Ace of Wands, passion regained, a new sense of passion, new energy, inspiration, enthusiasm moving forward. Okay, so let's run through this one more time. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. There's choices here. You're trying to make a choice. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. Make a choice about committing to this long term with this person. You're not sure, based on what has happened, if you want to stay in it. And your person on their end, they obviously sense the disharmony between the two of you. And the Knave of Wands here is saying that they want to discover a way forward with you. They want to have fresh ideas brought to the table to where they can flip this Lover's back because they messed up. And then in the past energy, this was a bumpy road. There was an obstacle that needed to be overcame with the Chariot here, but the Page of Spheres is saying that you guys manifested each other. You guys were very goal-oriented. There was dependable, loyal energy. This was great until you guys hit. You thought maybe this wasn't coming, but this always comes in a relationship at some point. And so it largely interrupted that energy, because look, here's the Page of Pentacles again. And so the reliability or the security that you once felt with somebody was interrupted. And you're wanting this back. You want this dependable, loyal person back. And it looks like they want that same energy back with you. Your intuition is over here saying that you need to set proper boundaries, and you need to make sure you are not being subjective only. Be objective. Don't let negativity in to run the show and control your emotions. Your challenge is to go inward. You've got the Hermit here. That's a spiritual enlightenment. That's soul searching, self-reflection, some sort of introspection. And the Magician here is creation. That's manifestation. That's taking inspired action towards something. So you have the power, and it is within you. But your challenge is finding it and making sure your intentions are aligning with your behaviors. Your advice is to take a rest anytime there is some sort of disruption. So the page of the Knave of Swords talks about, rude behavior or lack of planning. Maybe it's aggressive and critical. So take a rest whenever that comes up, whenever you start to feel too overwhelmed and you can't really. And again, this could be flipped. So it could be talking about your person. And maybe you're the one trying to make up to them for something, and they're just being really, really harsh. Either way, swap roles is necessary. But person on your mind, they want to bring this love in. They want to facilitate this closeness again with you, but the Nine of Swords in reverse, it's like they need a little help. They would like to find help. They need your help. They want to recover. They have a lot of shame. They want to get back to this loving energy with you, this romantic energy. Your bias here is maybe surrounding what you think love is. And so the Ace of Cups here, it's love, intimacy, emotional awakening. But Two of Wands is bad planning. Two of Wands in reverse, is bad planning. It's overanalyzing. It's the fear of the unknown. Maybe you're avoiding risks. Maybe you're conflict avoidant. But look at the bigger picture and understand that there's never going to be somebody you're not going to get into a conflict with, ever. That just will never happen. And so you take control and take ownership of your feelings and speak to this person and start making an actionable effort toward healing instead of just thinking that it should be a certain way. Because there can be success here, a sense of achievement. There will be some sort of cycle coming to an end, and fulfillment can be found. But a new beginning could be blocked due to reckless or careless behavior, or somebody, just going stale on somebody, like meaning like you won't even give them the opportunity to change anything. I don't see that happening, though. I do see resentment being let go of here and new passion being brought in to the situation. So the Five of Swords in reverse it's a reconciliation. There's some sort of compromise that's found, and past resentment is let go. And then this is, new inspired passion, new energy between the two of you. So it goes back to the emotional healing that was spoke of in the Green Adventuring. Let's pull some energy cards to close out your reading for Libra. Rest. Take a moment to gather yourself, Libra. Take a moment to gather yourself and really process what has happened. Remove all personalization from the context and own your emotions, and then speak to this person. Trust. Trust that this could get better. Trust that your person wants to heal this with you. And trust, if you're not going to trust, then there's no use, because you can't fake trust. And if your trust has been broken and you don't feel like you can forgive, then it's over. That's it. That's as simple as that. There's nothing without trust. You have to trust, or don't do it, period. Strength. Call upon your inner strength, your courage, your bravery, and be firm in your knowing. Hunger. You do want this person. So you need to understand, if your actions are not letting them in, or your behaviors are pushing them away, and then you're still longing for them, you need to get that in control, because you're not in alignment with yourself if that's the case. And comfort. So you could be acting out because you're remaining in your comfort zone and you're trying to protect yourself, and it's what you're used to doing in conflict with somebody. Maybe you're doing things the way you always know, but your comfort zone is the most uncomfortable place to be, because over time it just kills your ambition, it kills your dreams, your goals, and it kills all opportunities remaining in your comfort zone. So understand that if you want emotional healing, you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone and get a little uncomfortable, okay? So Libra, that's all I have for you today. I hope it helped. Thank you.
Feel like we've reached a crossroads. Ooh, don't you hate them ultimatums? But we need a revelation to save us. Stuck in the moment, it seems. The more I think, the more I don't know. I'm looking for a sign. Where's your devotion?